You can't just trespass.
I'm not trespassing.
You have to give notice to kick somebody out.
Oh, I did.
No, you didn't.
Oh, yes, I did. You don't have agreement with me.
I do have an agreement with him. And I'm the legal occupant here right now. And you have to give me notice at least. What is this? You turn up with a locksmith?
Yes.
You have to give notice to someone. You can't just bash down the door like a criminal. What do you think this is?
Hi, Danny, I have a problem here first. Now we get in the building. And he doesn't want to open the door. I want to close with the locksmith already here in front of the door. He doesn't want to close that up. He said that we break the law, whatever. We need the authorization to break the law.
Yeah, you can't just kick somebody out without any notice. What do you think this is? Yeah, you tried to break in illegally. That's what you tried to do.
No, I'm already in front of the unit now, and then number 3. But he's inside. He is inside. Yeah, but no, the locksmith has to go now. He's been there for a long time. He has to go. He'll come back later. But now he is in the house now. He said, I can't break the front door like that. Yeah, but now he has to go probably and come back. But what can I do with this one? Can he just can the locksmith come back?
You can't just violently enter property and then kick somebody out.
Yeah, this is my lawyer, David. This is my lawyer here.
Well, I have rights as an occupant of the property.
I have right to be occupant of the property. You want me to call the police here, Tommy?
You can call my lawyer.
He said that I have to speak with his lawyer.
I have to be given notice at least before you kick anybody out. You can't just go in there and just kick someone out without any notice.
Yes, you can.
Really?
I'll give you notice.
You didn't give me any formal notice at all. No formal notice. You're just harassing me. This is harassment. He tried to illegally use a locksmith to enter private property. That's a crime. You just tried to commit a crime. I can't believe they tried. She's calling the police even though she hasn't given me any notice. Can't believe this. You have to give someone notice before kicking them out. There's a housing crisis on here. Sending us a few abusive messages isn't good enough. You got to give someone at least notice, some time. There's a housing crisis on. I'm not sure if you guys can hear this, but she's on the phone sitting there. I can't believe she tried to use the locksmith to just enter. Outrageous. She literally thinks I have no rights here. Like, you got no rights. I just kick you out on the street immediately without any warning. Outrageous. Can't believe they think she can just turn up and harass me like this. Especially after the injustice of taking my grandmother's apartment. She waited for my grandmother to die before lodging the divorce court proceedings and steal the inheritance. She's been separated from my father, from what I've been told, since 2016. They've been living in different places, and they separated up their goods back then. And back then my dad didn't lodge the divorce papers properly. He just didn't lodge the divorce papers properly back then. And they separated up a whole bunch of goods back then. This is what he told me. And then what she did was she waited till my grandmother died. This is my grandmother's apartment. And as soon as my grandmother died, she double dipped and lodged the divorce proceedings. And then, because as soon as my grandmother died, all the inheritance went into my father's name. So, as soon as it went into my father's name, she lodged the divorce proceedings to try to take the inheritance. And then, I think my dad's got dementia. I think he's struggling with cognitive decline. And she thinks that she can just turn up and, I can't believe that even so what happened was I think they intimidated my father before the court, and they got him to sign over the property. And the thing is, when my grandmother died 2 years ago, I moved in here, an agreement with my father that I would, pay all the bills and renovate the place. So, I'm rightfully staying here, even though she might have intimidated him into signing it over in the before going to the family court. Well, luckily they seem to be going now. She probably realizes that you can't just break and enter a private property like that. I can't believe they brought out the locksmith to do such a thing. Who do they think they are? Luckily she's going. But I had an agreement with my father, and he put a lot of pressure on me when I moved in here. Let me show you. So it's a bit of a mess. I had to throw this all over the place because I had to block the door. Just in case. So this vanity I installed, the toilet I installed, I paid I paid for plumbers, I had to buy the new vanity, I had to get it all installed, it cost a lot of money. The ceiling, I had to pay people to install that and put the lights in. I've even got like new tapware everywhere. So it's like new tapware, as you can see. And so, you know, I've added to the value of the property. And I got an agreement with my father. I can still hear the phone downstairs. But I got an agreement with my father that I can stay here. And apparently it just went into her name and she's demanding that I get out immediately without any notice. It's like, what? I'm living here. I'm under, I had an agreement with my father. Just because you intimidated a guy, like, I think my father has dementia. I think he's struggling with cognitive decline. But everybody knows that you cannot just, yeah, like, even if you own the property, you can't just barge in to private property and kick out people. This isn't China. What the hell? You can't just bring the locksmith in and just break into anyone's property. Even though it might, I don't even know if it's in her name yet. I don't know if it's in her name yet. I got no evidence to see that it's in her name yet at all. So it might not even be in her name at this stage. She could be lying to me. She could just be a random person that's not even in her name. And she's just come here to try and kick me out. Just to try and, like, what are they going to do when they get in here? I got all my stuff in here. They're going to steal my private property too? So what happens is, what happens if I wasn't home right now? They're going to steal all my private property? Like, they're going to, like, what happens to my private property? Like, I got $50 sitting on the table in there. Did they steal my $50? You know what I mean? Like, I got cash sitting on the table. Did they steal that? And then what, they hire a bunch of renovators and I come home and all of my personal belongings have just disappeared? Is that how this works? Wow. That's outrageous. Like, no letter, no formal recognition that she even owns the property. This whole deal has been put together quite dodgy. I think my dad is in cognitive decline. He's getting old. He's been drinking most of his life. He's struggling mentally. He forgets things all the time. For her to think that she can just enter a private property is just outrageous. Outrageous. But anyway, I think now maybe the police might come and talk to me. What an outrageous thing to do. Outrageous. Who does she think she is? Anyway, I'll end the video now, but at least you guys got an update to what's going on.